really, it was the opportunities that was given me by my elders that made it possible for me to grow. And I don't say that because it's just the right thing to say. I often think as I've gotten older, that when I was 4 years old, man, Baraka said I wanted to preach. If Bishop Washington and my mother had told me no, what that might have done to my psyche and what that might have done to my self-esteem. One of the reasons that I grew with an independent kind of feeling and didn't care what others felt is because nobody told me no until I was too old to know better. So by the time people started rejecting me, I had already accepted and then embraced in a way that their criticism meant absolutely nothing to me. And I say that because you should do that with your children. Don't crush dreams and then ask what happened to the dreamers. Because if you allow them to live out their dreams, it may appear to you to be a fantasy. But to them it's a dream. And dreams connect with dreamers, and dreamers change reality. Right down Broad Street, 1973, a young man had been killed in a car accident. His father wanted to memorialize him. Hank Spann, who was a big disc jockey at the time, brought me right down High Street and met with his father. His name was James Brown. You know him as the Godfather soul. James Brown and I had our first long conversation in Symphony Hall. And I was 17. He took me and brought me to Brooklyn where I was born, did a memorial for his son, and over a period of months we got closer and closer, putting on Soul Train. And you know, Ron Christian, them days, Soul Train, that was bigger than, me press 3 times in one day. But I remember at 82, James Brown had supported the Republicans. I always write about politics. He took me with him to Washington to meet with Ronald Reagan about Dr. King's birthday. And on the plane, he said to me, Reverend, I said, yeah. He said, you like my son? I said, yeah. He said, I want you to do your hair like me. And it didn't matter to me. Nobody knew who I was, so I did it. And he made me promise to keep my hair like that. A couple years later, I came and started meeting Howard Beach. Started working with some of my brothers and sisters in the national community. They kept saying, you can't wear that hair. You can't wear that hair. But they didn't understand that it was not only a bond with James Brown now. It was because my father left when I was 9. And I never got to know him until I was in my 30s. No man had ever asked me to emulate them. And it made me feel a value that some man wanted me to be like them, since my father never said that to me. You never know the kids out here that are crushed, that you should be lifting rather than beating down. And we've got to stop having our political leaders that people died to make possible act like the jobs they take are pit stops on the job they get. Baraka is the mayor of a city that can build downtown, but will not invest in the neighborhoods he was personally in. Where the workforce comes down every day, but only 18% of the people that work here live here, which means he doesn't have the taxes from the people that work here. But the opportunity is the public sector. So he wants to turn the city around. His turning it around will make it a model for how we change cities all over the country. If the Baraka narrative works and build public education, and build infrastructure when you cut infrastructure funds, and build jobs program. What is your urban program? All of the Republicans. What is your urban program, Ms. Clinton, Mr. O'Malley, Senator Sanders? How will you rebuild the Newarks and the Creeks? You can't run for president and run past how we have these blighted urban areas, and you got police-community confrontation because under it is joblessness, and housing that can't be afforded, and schools that don't work. And when they stroll, you want to blame a Baraka or Raleigh when there's a lack of national investment. What Ras is doing what he's always done as a servant, but he's on a higher level, and what model he lives can be duplicated all over the country. We cannot allow our cities to go back 50 years. I heard you talking about, someone mentioned this is the 50th anniversary of March on Washington. We were honored a few years ago that we coordinated the anniversary march. 63, they marched on Washington. 65, Voting Rights Act. But 65 also the 50th anniversary of Washington Road. Because the Southern movement didn't answer the urban problem. What people don't understand, if you deal historically, Dr. King was a regional movement in the South with an international reputation. Then it went to Chicago and it came to New York. One of the reasons Felipe Luciano and I go way back, one of the reasons I became so controversial is we brought the movement northern and urban. There was no movement like that in New York. There was no march in New York. New York was Malcolm's town. They rejected Dr. King. We brought the marches. We brought the confronting those racist authorities. It did not happen before that. But we didn't take them bricks and Vincent Hurst so some Negro would get a bigger job. It wasn't about your resume. We didn't take the name calling to fill out the end of your credentials. This was always about a vision of a new day. And that's why he comes out of that. Flesh of that flesh, blood of that blood, spirit of that spirit is in his DNA. Because he's not here for a season, he's here for a reason. I love God because he's humble and respects the legacy that he's inherited. In the Christian faith, we believe in the Exodus. One of the things, Brother Rodney, that we miss, I was telling the young preachers at the conference, is that when Moses led the children of Israel, they were saved like we were according to the Bible, and they were ordered to make brick with no straw, work for no wages. And God delivered them, brought them across the Red Sea. They got out there and lost who they were. 40 years wandered in the wilderness. Finally, God sent Joshua. Joshua led them across the Jordan. But one thing we miss is when he was leading them into the promised land. They say that Joshua stopped and said, we will bring the bones of Joseph. Yes, sir. That is the book. And they followed the bones of Joseph into the promised land. Now, why would they ask for Joseph's bone? Yes, why would you bring a dead man's bone into the promised land? Yes, sir. Because Joshua realized what Rob realized. Yes, God didn't promise the land to those that had wandered in the wilderness. That's right. They had not done anything to earn God's blessing.